Hello, I am Danielle Costello. I will be interviewing the two owners of Lola's Fine Kitchen. Today we will be talking about changes in the restaurant industry and how they have overcome them, as well as the future of restaurants going forth. We'll be discussing the history of Lola's as well.
Hi, I'm Elliott. I'm the chef and one of the partners at Lola's Fine Kitchen.
Hi, I'm Taufeek. Shah. I'm the founder and CEO of Lola's Fine Sauces and also managing partner of Lola's Fine Kitchen.
What is the meaning behind the name of your brand?
Well, Lola means grandma in Tagalog, which is Philippines, where our mom is from, and she basically taught us everything we know about life, love, and cooking. And she's the one who came up with the sauce recipe. And then Taufeek took that over and created quite a brand for that.
Yeah, so Lola is a brand, so it means grandma in the Philippines. The reason why I called it Lola's, number one, sounded better than Carmelita's. But number two, the thing was I had a kid, so my son, I've got my son. I was the first in my family to have a child, and then my sister shortly followed thereafter. And I was thinking of a great name that was catchy, that makes sense for them, because I wanted to build a business that would eventually become theirs, and Lola's made perfect sense. Because my son and my nieces and nephews all call my mom Lola, and the name just stuck. So every time we'd see mom, we'd say, "Hey, what's up, Lola?" It's not mom, it's not Carmelita, just Lola. So ever since then, the name has just stuck, and it just has such a valuable meaning and means family to us.
What sparked the idea of opening a business?
Well, I'm a mother first and foremost, and I'm always looking for some place to eat with my kids, and there's never any place where I can't just eat something that's not a nugget or a burger. I wanted to eat something that I like to eat and then give them something good too, and then also give them something wholesome. So it's kind of just a great place, and then what better to bring the flavors of our heritage incorporate that into a healthy food scene.
Lola's, I was working downtown in my corporate job here in Des Moines, and one day we were going to have a potluck at work, and it was actually a Mexican food day. And if you, working in corporate, if you want to get in on that food day, you have to contribute to that. So I'm thinking, what can I bring to this food day to make it simple and easy? And I brought the hot sauce. And this is the same hot sauce that I'd been eating since I was a child. My mom would make it for me. She would drop it off for me every single week. When she came to visit me here in Des Moines, I brought that in, and everybody at the table said it was the best hot sauce they'd ever had. People wanted to buy it. People wanted to just ask, where can we get this? From right then and there, it was kind of my aha moment where I'm like, hey, we've got something really good. This is something I grew up eating. Immediately called my mom and said, hey, let's get to work. Everybody loves your hot sauce. Let's go ahead and bottle it. And then she entrusted the recipe with me, and we just kind of grew from farmers markets and then into retailers across the world, and then eventually grew into the restaurant, which is a subset of that, the brand. And it's great because it fuses our two cultures together and showcases our mom's recipes. So it's fantastic.
Yeah. So while looking at Lola's Fine Kitchen's website, I noticed a lot of 100% natural, healthy, and nourishing food. What made you decide to focus on health in your menu?
Anywhere you go, any drive-through, any fast casual place that you go to, it's just kind of basically like chicken nuggets and fries and a soda or a lemonade or whatever. Maybe a lemonade would be better, right? But there was no vegetable, there was no fruit, or I had to pay extra for fruit, or I had to ask specifically for that. So it just really bothered me that you take your family out to eat and you can't even get something great. I would definitely say we have meat on our menu, and the meat that we have is delicious, but focusing on the vegetables first, I really helped create a perfect menu. And I think that that's what's missing in the food scene.
Same goes with the hot sauce. You guys label things and ingredients and allergies very well.
Very similar. So it's very important to us to have clean, all natural, real ingredients because, your body is your body, it's your temple. And in order to take care of it, you need to nourish it with good foods and good, adequate, healthy things. So, our hot sauce, with our mom being an immigrant doctor from the Philippines and coming over here to Iowa to take care of local farmers, having fresh produce and having access to that fresh stuff has just always been a staple part of our life. And having that infused in our hot sauce was number one priority, which then carried on over to the restaurant. So, everything we have is not all natural. Most of our products are plant-based, vegan, non-GMO, project verified, and gluten-free. So we really hit all consumers while getting the contemporary consumer that wants whatever. So it works out great.
And the good thing too is we don't lack in flavor.
Exactly.
So a lot of people think, well, if you do that, then everything's going to be flat and taste really boring. But I challenge everybody to come and eat at the restaurant. Like, you'll find there's something for everybody.
The flavor explosions are
Yeah.
truly delicious. And I mean, the people in our community can tell you that. And there's just so many amazing things and amazing reviews that people need to get there and try because the flavors are explosive. It'll change your life.
Yeah. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, were there any delays on expansions of the brand?
COVID-19, it was challenging. It was challenging on both fronts, on the retail side for the sauces as well as for the restaurant. I mean, in March, we had no choice but to close down. Having closed down, it's a lot of lost revenue and then people being scared to come out to try new things. So we've really adapted. It's really affected our business. We're fortunate that there was enough relief coming from our government to help us. And some of that has enabled us to keep going. But it has put a damper on some of the restaurant plans. As far as the hot sauce side, same scenario. You know, it's people started shifting to moving and eating out in grocery stores or cooking at home. So we saw a shift and an upward trend of sales. But then, you know, it was kind of up and down throughout the year. But the good thing that came about this COVID issue is a lot of these meetings that we had to do in person, we could now do remotely. So it definitely made meetings and facilitating those a lot easier, but it has been challenging.
Okay, so with COVID affecting so many restaurants around the world, how was Lola's Fine Kitchen affected?
You know, I felt like we were just making our mark at that point when COVID hit. And then we kind of just shifted our focus when we were completely shut down. We did takeaway meals and we learned a lot. Since I was there all the time, we had really low staff at that time, to just kind of retool everything, get really efficient, which I think most businesses that are still in business today through all of this have really taken the time to go back through, look and see where they can cut costs or run better, and that's where we're at right now. The future looks bright, and with the vaccine rollout and everything, I think people are feeling more optimistic, and with the weather, I mean, hopefully the sky's the limit with what we can do.
Will there be any changes going forth even after the COVID-19 limits are lifted?
I think everybody is doing, if you're not doing third-party delivery, you're missing the boat, right? So I think that'll continue. We'll see change in that with the warmer weather. We'll have more people coming in and dining in. I'm working on having more outdoor seating and making that a permanent fixture.
How would you describe your food to someone who has never had Pakistani or Filipino food before?
I think it's the best food that you're not eating right now. I think how we put it together, and if you want to choose something off our favorites menu, I think it hits all those notes, like sweet, sour, salty, umami, everything all in one. So I think I worked really hard with my team to get those flavors down, and I hope people are willing to try some new things.
So my take on that, when I explain it to people, it's a delicious fusion between Pakistani and Filipino food. But these two cuisines on their own are really tough to market. But when you fuse them together and put them under the Lola's brand, which has a lot of recognition, eventually people are like, okay, well, we're gonna come try it. And then I just say, hey, you know what? It's build your own bowls and tacos. But the tacos are the best tacos you'll ever have because we use a roti bread. Roti bread is like a souped up naan bread is what I call it. And we can put some of the Filipino staples like chicken adobo or sisig pork or tandoori chicken in those bowls or in those tacos.
My final question is, what is the future of Lola's as a brand?
Yeah, that's a great question. So recently I was part of a program to find the next best product and successful diverse entrepreneur in America with the Lowe's executive team and Damon John from Shark Tank. So I just actually got done filming a national series with him, which was incredible. We came in as a finalist with Lola's. So not only has Lowe's committed to bringing our products into all of their stores, but we were awarded a mentorship with some, influential people like Damon John, as well as the Lowe's executive team. So there's a lot of great things coming. We were also just part of the recent Walmart open call to find Made in America products. So we got placements in Walmart. And we were just part of the Myers Supplier Diversity, which is another 300 stores in Michigan. We just received placement there. So the future is looking really good. Our brand is growing. We're strong. We've got the great backing and support for it. And we want to continue to show off our success by telling our family story and really getting people out there to try our unique foods, which are just absolutely delicious.
And then same thing too, what's the future of the restaurant industry at Lola's look like?
We'll just continue to kind of grow right now and watch that. I'm looking to double my numbers right now, which I'm kind of on the mark to hit. It just, you just never know. The future's unpredictable. But I think if we keep doing what we're doing, having consistent food, consistent service, and having a great location, I think people will come. So it's just, restaurants have a lot of moving parts. And the name of the game is consistency. So when people know they can come to our place and find a great food at an affordable price and it's perfect for their family and for their dietary needs, they come back again and again.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.